One of the worst things about a lot of AI written website content is that you can usually feel it before you've even finished the first paragraph. It sounds polished, it sounds confident, it sounds as if it should be useful, and yet somehow it says absolutely nothing. That's the problem. A lot of people are now using AI to create content for their websites, which makes perfect sense in theory. Website content takes time, SEO takes effort, and most business owners do not wake up in the morning hoping to write 900 words about boiler servicing, block paving, or emergency callouts. So yes, AI can help, but only if you use it properly, because if you just ask it to write SEO content from scratch, what you get is lifeless copy. It sounds like it was assembled by a committee of very confident interns. It isn't strong enough to build trust or rank well over time. So the way I use AI for website content is a bit different. I do not use it to simply press a button and churn out pages. I use it as a support tool. The first thing I use it for is planning content around real search intent. Before writing anything, I want to know what the page is actually trying to do. Is it answering a question, targeting a service, helping a customer compare options? Good SEO content is about matching what a real person is trying to find. So I'll use AI to help brainstorm what people might search for, what related questions they ask, what concerns they might have, and what a useful page structure could look like. The second thing I use it for is creating a sensible outline before the writing starts. This is one of the most useful stages. Instead of saying, write me a page, I say, help me structure a page for this service, for this customer, in this location, covering these concerns. Now, AI is not inventing the whole thing out of thin air. It's helping shape a useful structure. That's a much safer and more useful job. The third thing I use it for is getting to a rough first draft faster, and rough is the key word. I am not looking for publish and pray content. I want something I can improve, something that helps me avoid staring at an empty page while my enthusiasm for content marketing quietly dies. But then comes the important bit. I rewrite, I tighten, I remove fluff, I make it sound more like a real person and less like a brochure written during a hostage situation. If you leave it in its default AI voice, it sounds too smooth and vague. People confuse speed with quality. AI helps you produce faster, not better by default. The fourth thing I use AI for is improving clarity and relevance. I might ask it to make this section clearer, shorten this paragraph, remove repetition, or turn this into plainer English, or suggest better subheadings. That is a very useful role for AI, not as the final author, but as an editing assistant. It helps with the heavy lifting, not the thinking. And the fifth thing I use it for is generating supporting content around the main page. For example, FAQs, meta description ideas, related blog angles, internal linking ideas, or alternate versions of headings. Again, support work, useful support work, but still support work. The real strength in website content comes from relevance and trust, and those things still need a human brain involved, especially for small business websites. Your customers are not looking for content, they are looking for reassurance, competence, clarity, a reason to trust you. Generic copy is bad at that. So that's how I use AI, not to replace the thinking or flood a site with lifeless pages, but to help with planning, structure, drafting, and editing. Used that way, it can save a lot of time. Used lazily, it just creates more bland content that the internet didn't need in the first place. That's the real difference. AI is not the shortcut, but it's a very useful assistant. If you want, I can show you exactly how to build one proper service page step by step. Just let me know.